Okay, so there are two approaches to works with the forms in Angular. One is a template driven form and the second is a model driven form. Uh, so we can mention as like template driven and the reactive forms in Angular. So in this video we are going to see the template driven forms. Actually we can create any kind of form using template driven forms in Angular. The template driven forms uses two-way data binding to update the data model in a component as we update the data in a template, or vice versa. That is, we will get updated if we update data in a component. We use the ng model directive for two-way data binding. So in this example we'll see the template driven forms in mainly three steps. One is a creating form, second is a validating data, and third is a fetching data through the forms. Okay, so how to create a template driven form in Angular? To create a template driven form in Angular, we need to import this forms module in our ng module. As we see here, we have imported this forms module in our this ng module. Then the second step is to define the model in our component class. As we see here, we have defined one data model for our form component, our template driven form, as we see here, and we have written one submit handler for the form submission. In this we'll just simply log the updated data from the form. Then this the in a third step we'll just bind the data to our template form. As we see here, we have taken one form, we have added one ng submit handler, and we have this made one reference for our form, as we see here. Then we have added two controls. For first one is for first name, second is for last name, and we have added this button over here. We'll make this button disabled if the form is invalid, as we see here. Okay, then the next is how we have bind the data to our form. As we see here, we have bind our data using this ng model directive, and we are binding that form variable to that particular control. Then we have added these validations, required validations, and we have added some references for our each form control. As we see here, we have added this fname reference and the lname reference. This is the syntax to add references to our form controls. And then we have added the error messages, and we'll make it hide if this control is valid, the fname is pristine or valid. If this control is invalid, this will show the error, like first name is required, or in this case last name is required. And once the data is valid data, once we have inputted the valid data, we'll just click the submit button, and it will call our on submit handler. As we see here, it will just log our data.